sack.
You lose.
That'll make it fourth and very long.
Super Bowl champions once again.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Snap to Lamar. It's too high. Never seen this before.
Live ball. Step aside, son.
Henry's got it.
Game on.
Here comes Prime. What a hit.
I see.
Lamar cuts back.
Little help.
Jackson finds Devontae Adams.
Whoa.
Insanity.
We're so grounded.
Metcalf off to the races.
Oh no. We done killed Granny.
Rest in power, me, Ma.
Nana restarts the action. Kyler Murray around the edge.
Get it!
137 flags on the play. Replay fourth down.
Come on, guys, huddle up. We got one last shot at this. Peyton's gonna run it. Who's got my back?
We got your back.
Manning sizes up the
Blue
D.
20, ice cream.
He keeps it. He sees a hole. Uh-oh. Oh, baby. It's Walter Payton. That's sweet. Touchdown.
What happened? Football.
Oh. Go double J. Oh.
That video, man.
That brilliant is awesome. Good evening, Mr. Hope. How are we?
A bit tired, but we power through.
We power on through, powered by sugary drinks. As we're not, intravenous dripped into our. Shall we show Mr. Rock's intro for the Super Bowl teams, and then we'll get on to it. Let's go.
Finally, the Super Bowl has come back to Los Angeles. It is time. Time for a team to unleash a soul-crushing, unrelenting defense, a head-spinning onslaught of an offense, and take care of unfinished business right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the NFC, your Los Angeles Rams! It is time. Time for a team that has risen from the ashes to become one of the most feared, dominant, absolutely electrifying teams in the NFL. Time to give their city their first Super Bowl win in franchise history. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the AFC, your Cincinnati Bengals! It is time. It is time for all of us here and millions around the world to bear witness to these incredible players who will leave every ounce of sweat, guts, and pride and legacy on this hallowed field, because that is what champions do. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to say, finally, it is time for the Super Bowl!
I'll say.
One thing that is missing on there. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Yeah, I was literally about to say I'm really disappointed. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
It's ironic that they did get used the Rock, because obviously they used Sofi being built when he was in Ballers, or when they did Ballers. I think it was season 2 of Ballers.
And the
They
fact
use
that he's a
Sofi.
49ers fan.
Is he a Niners fan?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He was born in San Francisco.
I thought he was a Hawaii lad, but okay.
He lived in Hawaii as a child, but he was born in San Francisco. A couple of years
Okay.
ago, he tweeted when we were about 6-0, "Can you smell what the Niners are cooking?" And he did our intro video when we were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I remember that bit
Yeah, he's a Niners fan.
because we were quite often get Mark Wahlberg to do ours
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's like our super fan. That certainly got you pumped up, didn't it? I mean, if the Bengals tried to keep it as much as a normal regular game as they could do, but when you got the Rock hyping up the crowd like that, it doesn't feel like a normal game, does it?
I'll tell you what, I was surprised about how the Bengals fans seemed to outnumber the Rams fans.
It was very loud in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I assumed it would be sort of like 60-40 to the Rams because it obviously was in LA, but it seemed to be 60-40 to the Bengals, if anything.
Yeah, it went very quiet very quickly at the end of that game, wasn't it? I mean, it was a really, really good game.
It also went very empty very quickly in that game.
Oh, yes. Drop us a comment. Seriously, you to think of the game if you disagreed any of the agreements that went on the field. Bengal fans, how are you feeling this morning? Rams, have you sobered up yet? That's going to be the question thing. As always, drop us a comment and we will fire them on the show. I will pop this along the banner on the bottom. It was a really good game. And it was reasonably penalty-free until the last couple of minutes, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, the refs, they missed some big calls.
T. Higgins literally throwing Jalen Ramsey to the floor by a bloody face mask. That was probably the biggest one.
And I feel like the holding call on the final drive was a bit, let's say, soft.
Yeah, I can see that. I definitely see it as a soft, but I was saying earlier on, I don't get why they didn't almost let like Rams go in and score that touchdown because they would have had 1 minute 48 or something like that and 3 timeouts on their clock. They would have had plenty of time to drive that ball back down the field.
Yeah, but surely you want to take points on the board over potential.
True. Ow. Ooh.
Surely you've got
my knee on the desk.
Surely you've got to trust your D to get a stop.
Yeah, I mean, especially when it was what? I mean, they were silly penalties to give away.
And at that point, neither team was exactly moving the ball downfield that much.
No, I mean, the run game was pretty much non-existent. I think Mixon had the most of 72 yards, and then the next was about 30, 20 yards, something like that.
Oh, it was painful. They kept on getting a gain on first down and then running again on second down and losing yards. It happened like 5 or 6 times.
I mean, they're two very good run defenses.
Yeah.
And it showed it. But the fact that they almost had to triple team Donald to stop him getting anywhere near.
Oh, that D-line in the second half was...
The D-line, and because it was a very rapid start by Cincinnati in the second quarter, wasn't it?
Yes.
In the second half. Obviously, you had the first play was the 75-yard touchdown pass T. Higgins, to be fair.
Second play was the interception that wasn't Stafford's fault.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, you notice they kept going back to that guy, and it's like, what are you going back to him? He isn't Odell Beckham, and you could tell that Odell Beckham, it took them a long time to figure out how to play then.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, if you have Cap, you take out Higbee, you take out Beckham, there's a big gulf in quality to Van Jefferson, in my opinion.
Van Jefferson's a very good, and congratulations to Van Jefferson and his wife, because he had to rush off to the hospital literally straight after the game because his wife was giving birth to a little baby boy, and the name hasn't been announced as far as I've seen yet. But it's got to be something like Matt.
Either.
It's got to be Matt or Sean or something like that, isn't it? Or Aaron, one of his teammates.
Maybe they'll call it something like SuperBowl.
Shame it's not a girl; it's a boy. If it's a girl, they could call it Sophia, something like that.
Let's not speculate about Van Jefferson's girls' names.
No. It was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't going to be... Could have been a high-scoring game.
What do you think about this, Ollie? Are you going to disagree with this on Valentine's Day?
No, I do agree that they kind of lost their head in the last couple of minutes. In
They
that
did.
drive, right? Yeah, the one penalty was soft and it let them get to it, but they got away with a massive one.
And then obviously there was the pass interference penalty to put them on the 1.
Yes, which
And
was.
and I'd just like to mention Stafford's awful attempt at a quarterback sneak.
What, on the 1 yard line?
Yeah, it was awful.
You could tell he's not very often at that one. But
I
on
was
the
like,
plus side,
Jimmy Garoppolo, 25 for 25 this season.
Jimmy Garoppolo is a little bit taller than Stafford as well. Probably got a longer arm reach. So, but I don't get why he didn't, like, literally stretch his arm out. But he didn't, did he? Just try and keep the ball. It's all the nose. The nose had to cross the line, nothing else.
I agree with that too, Kelly.
Yep. So you put your hands in the best player, which is what Bengals didn't do.
Put the ball in the hands of your best player. Doesn't matter how you get it there.
That's what you guys did really well. Just give the ball to Devo.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter if it lined in the back.
Line him up in the
I mean-
backfield, line him up as a. I mean, I think at one point we probably lined him up as low lineman.
One thing that really annoyed me is they did to beat the pass rush. You play screens. You get the ball out quick, and the quickest way to get the ball out is screens. Wide receiver screens, running back screens, tight end screens. And I don't remember them doing it. Well, I remember them doing it once in the end of the no, it might have been in the fourth quarter. It went out wide. No, it was in the second quarter as well. It went out wide to Chase.
Yeah, and Chase scored. Yeah.
That's the only 2 times I remember them doing it. I mean, Chase, I think he had 8 receptions, something like that. No more than that. That's not enough. I mean, he had under 100 yards.
Chase not getting a touchdown cost me in 2 bets.
Do you agree with Cooper Kupp being MVP?
Yes.
I reckon it probably could have gone to D. It could have gone to Floyd. It could have gone to Van Miller.
I think if it went to D, it should have gone to Donald.
He was really good in that final quarter.
I think it was between Kupp and Donald. But I feel like that drive that won the Rams the game.
Yep.
That was Cooper Kupp. That drive was just Cooper Kupp.
What about Matt Stafford's no-look pass?
Yeah, Matt Stafford. You're really not very good at getting names right, are you?
Did I say Sanford? I did, didn't I? Tiredness, mate. It is very, very tired. Matt Stafford's no-look pass, yeah. He was looking, according to Cooper Kupp, he said he was looking into the third tier. To the post, he's like, yeah, he's looking, oh, damn, he's throwing the ball to me. And it was a nice pass. It was nice and straight down the middle. It was only 10-yard gain. It was gotten down the field. It kept the drive going. It was a really good play.
Kelly seems to think it should have been Donald.
Yeah, that would all won me 26 quid. That would have been quite nice.
Oh, yeah, well, to be fair, I'd have won more if it had been Donald.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had Cooper Kupp down to be your MVP, didn't you? On your bet.
Yeah, on my bet. I think I said Stafford on this.
You had Matty S as your MVP. I'm going to run this across the bottom before I move on to something very quickly. But our predictions. Tom, you finished third now, thanks to your little quiz.
By half a point.
By half a point. Ollie finished second, and myself won it. I'll keep that there. We're going to run it on Thursday's show. We're going to go to the mock draft as well.
Is that going to add on to this one, or is that going to be a new season one?
We'll go for a new season, I think. We'll go for a new season. New season, new things. Need to get a little trophy. Can have it printed next to our names. Those little trophies next to our names, or star like in the World Cup.
OVH star.
Yeah, I wonder if I can do that. Let's see if I can do it as I speak now. There you go. This is why I leave the screen or something like that. There you go. Yeah. Gotta be done as you go along. Odell Beckham touring his ACL.
Yeah, not good.
It was innocuous. It was a non-contact injury, and I think if he'd held the ball, they would have kept the drive. It would have been worth it. But the fact went down in. There was a lot of pain. I thought Joe Burrows went down in a lot of pain, and
Yeah.
in fact, both QBs got a bit battered.
I'm just going to say, I don't think any of those injuries would have happened on grass.
It is AstroTurf. Yeah, that is a possibly Stafford's because his foot got caught under the D lineman or O lineman. I can't remember which one it was now. It was one of the big guys. He got stuck underneath. The rumours that have been coming around this morning have been a bit far-fetched. Well, a couple of them a bit far-fetched. One of them started before the game last night with the Aaron Donald retiring if he wins it.
Yeah, they did ask him about that after the game.
But he didn't give an answer, from what I remember, from what I've heard.
He just said, I'm in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. So he hasn't given an answer. You would like him to go.
Yeah, I mean, he can retire or just leave the NFC West. I'm not bothered either way.
You don't really want to play him twice. It would be a shame to lose a great player. Because his last 2 games, he has been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he ended the Niners game and he ended this game.
Exactly. Although he did almost think that Joe Burrows completed that pass at the end.
Did he?
Yeah. He had to look around to make sure he didn't complete that pass because he thought he completed it. Which is a bit of a...
He did do that. It was a great effort from the amount of pressure he had.
Oh, he did. I mean, because he always double teamed all the time. Every time. And he would have been deserving MVP if he'd have got it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have been fine with either Donald or Cup getting it.
Yeah.
I was worried they were going to give it to Matthew Stafford.
Oh God.
I mean,
he threw 2 picks.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, one of them
wasn't his fault, but the other one was awful.
I can't remember the first one.
It was in the end zone.
Oh yeah, well, he went deep into the far corner, didn't he? He was telling Van Jefferson where to go. I think if that had been to Odell or Cup or even Higgins, they would have got there. Higbee, sorry, they would have got it. Yeah, he would have got it. But Van Jefferson's a go route man, isn't he? He's not to be there and with crowded and all that. He's pace more than anything else.
He's basically not as good version of Tyreek Hill.
Poor man's Tyreek Hill is when you order Tyreek Hill off Wish.
Yeah.
Talk about Tyreek Hill. Eli Apple has been being put on toast by pretty much every NFL player today, apart from an LA Ram player.
The thing is, he had a good game until that last drive.
He gone away. I mean, for the Cup touchdown on the first one as well, he was there. He got his hand in between Cup for the first one, I think.
But that's the thing with Apple. He has a couple of mistakes in him.
A lot of these players do, because he's been around the league, isn't he? There's a reason that teams go around the league. He's free agency again. I don't know how he's going to get picked up, to be fair. I don't see that somehow.
I know he might make one of our... maybe he'll just be signed up to one of our free agent teams.
I can't remember who my corners are. I haven't got it here with me, so I'll have to have a look. We'll probably do that next Thursday, our free agency team, won't we?
Well, we're going to do mock draft and free agency, or...
Yeah, we'll do mock draft this week and free agency next week, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I think that'll be ready. The other rumour that started by Peter Schrager this morning.
No.
Who looked like death.
McVay's not going anywhere.
Did you see the state of Schrager this morning?
No, I actually turned on about 10 minutes after Good Morning Football had finished and was like, yeah, I missed it.
He hadn't been to bed. He was still awake. Admittedly, it was, 3 o'clock in the morning over there in LA, wasn't it? Or something stupid like that.
Yeah, they started like 4 a.m. in the morning there.
Yeah, he hadn't gone to sleep. He was still...
Just speaking of Good Morning Football, have you seen the state of Kay Adams on Sky Sports with the sunglasses?
Yes, and the very sweaty upper lip. Although, I watched Sky Sports until the BBC, and I didn't see the Rock's intro on Sky Sports, which is a bit poor.
The what, sorry?
The Rock's intro on Sky Sports.
Did they not show on Sky Sports?
No, I didn't see it. Please tell us if we did.
I was watching it on Game Pass.
Did they show it today on Game Pass?
Yeah.
The 2 anthems, the national anthem and
America the Beautiful.
The amphitheatre sounded a really bit weird in there. It sounded very echoey.
Yeah.
definitely. What do you think of halftime show? I've seen a lot of people saying it's probably one of the best. I've seen quite a few people saying it was horrible. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, but I thought Kendrick was awful.
Kendrick was awful. Mary J's second song was, yeah, it sounded like she was trying too hard on X Factor to get through the sing off.
Mary J. Blige was okay, but I really enjoyed Dre and Snoop Dogg, and Eminem's "Lose Yourself" was just.
It just
top
shows
tier.
why, yeah, they are probably three of the best rappers around.
Yeah.
Although I was a bit gutted they didn't have Tupac's Hooligan. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, but I mean that's. But the one thing that I thought was half the people couldn't see the dancers.
No, it was all facing what probably would be in the VIP section. I reckon more than anything else, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but why just like at least like make that houses see through or something?
That would have made sense, wouldn't it? It was meant to sympathise Compton, apparently.
I heard it was meant to be like a different party in every room.
I have no idea. I don't really want to go to a party where 50 Cent's hanging upside down.
Well, that's from the In the Club video.
Yeah, that very much. Although he doesn't look like that anymore. He looks about 200 pounds heavier than he did.
Yeah.
He looked like he could play lineman quite happily.
Yeah, he did. To be fair,
I
was like, "Is that 50 Cent?"
Yeah.
Like it sort of looks like him.
And the intro was good. It was from the way you're looking on telly, it looked really good. I mean, a lot of people didn't like it because they were apparently miming, but you've got to take off the swears because you can't swear because it's 3:00 in the afternoon or 4:00 in the afternoon or whatever time it was over in there at the time.
The next episode didn't sound right to me.
No, it didn't. 8 Mile didn't sound brilliant. Snoop Dogg sounded good.
When they were like, da 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 da, it's the one and only DOWG Snoop Dogg. I was like, what? That's not the words.
No, they had to change it up, didn't they? They had to politicise it and crap like that.
Well, Kelly didn't enjoy it by the sounds of it.
Hanging from the thought it was okay. I was like, yeah, it's not Kelly's type of music. I love 90s hip hop. You know, I was brought up with that kind of era. I mean, I'm emo now, but yeah, it was really. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, my sister was the same. She was like, "Wow, Eminem's changed." I was like, "When was the last time you saw Eminem?" And she was like, 2005.
Blonde 8 Mile.
Yeah. I don't think she's even seen 8 Mile, to be honest.
Oh, that's poor. That's poor. Everyone's going to see 8 Mile.
It's great. It's a great movie. So then again, she said she hadn't seen The Rock since The Game Plan. So,
wow.
You seen The Game Plan?
I've seen The Game Plan. I've seen Game Plan. Have you seen Gridiron? That's a good film.
Yes.
That's a really good film.
But we all know which movie this podcast stands the most.
Oh yes,
Sonny Weaver Jr.
We will be showing some of that film undoubtedly during draft build-up week. Do we think we've seen the last of Andrew Whitworth?
Yes.
Yeah, he's 44, isn't it? 40 something now, isn't he?
He's 40, 40, I think. 41, 40.
He was getting hounded so much on that side.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won Man of the Year, and that speech was absolutely superb as well.
I've not seen that speech.
Yeah, it was quite a moving speech, actually, to be fair.
The only speech I've seen is Rogers' goodbye speech.
Yeah, that is a goodbye speech. If you don't say that's a goodbye speech, then you're kidding yourselves, really, aren't you? More than anything else. We know the final draft positions have been cemented in. Well, they're not cemented in because we know things are going to get traded, moved around. Can you see many teams jumping up the order?
Yes, I can see they're being trades.
Is it Zerline who's put his out? So there's going to be a couple of trades floating around.
I've not put any trades in my mock draft, but I can see there being some.
Yeah, I could see some as well.
Because although the head coach carousel is starting to grind to a halt, the quarterback carousel that's starting to spin.
Have you heard any noise? Have you heard
Well,
any noise?
I've heard that the Niners want to trade Garoppolo before the 16th of March.
And obviously, Carson Wentz is another one as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I heard he's out. He's likely to be traded.
Yeah, they want him to go on before the 14th because it's £50 million bonus or guaranteed or something like that.
And I think it's to do with cap space too.
Yeah. To be fair, what other? I mean, if so, Colts are going to be fairly high. There's not going to be a QB the three or four good QBs going before they get to them anyway. So they come at when are they coming out there? Oh no, have they not got a first round bye draft?
No, they traded it for Carson Wentz.
That's worked out well. So then why? But I heard rumors of saying they are going with him next year. So I don't.
But they had that thing like if he played like 70% of the snaps, it was like a first round. Otherwise, it was a second round, and obviously he played 70% of the snaps.
Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't know that one. So there's a first round guaranteed in there. So 70% of that would have been 13 of the games, something like that. And he played.
Yeah.
He only missed one. He only missed one or two, didn't he?
Yeah. So yeah, that's why that's why the Eagles have one of those picks.
Kyler Murray's put himself on the trade block, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And then TJ Watt's his little joke on his socials.
Yeah, I've heard some noise about Kyler Murray.
What noise do you think it is? Do you think it's just him just trying to shake things up a bit and trying to get things his way, or do you really think he's going to want to trade? Because he's going into his third year.
I heard Kingsbury doesn't think he's going to get traded, so I'm going to go with Cliff.
You reckon he's staying?
Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Just want to get things shaken up a bit and going from there.
I mean, maybe he was looking at all the Russell Wilson and Jimmy Garoppolo rumors and just thought, you know what, I'm in the NFC West too, let's shake it up.
Oh my god! Yeah, the only QB that's guaranteed a starting spot next year is Matty Stafford.
Well, I mean, technically, that's also not technically true.
Do you not think Stafford's guaranteed a starting spot?
No, I think he is, but isn't he a free agent? Then they need to put an extension on his contract.
Don't think he's a free agent. I think he is.
I definitely read somewhere that they're going to try and extend Stafford this offseason.
So LA going into free agency is. Let me load this one up very quickly.
I mean, they're gonna find money from somewhere to extend Cup and Stafford, and then pay everyone else.
So going into free agency, big names is Von Miller, that's one. Odell Beckham, probably Matt Gay's. Well, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that one. Yeah, it's probably only really Von Miller and Odell Beckham. They would probably look at extending, I reckon.
I don't think they'll have the money for them both.
Yeah, they're gonna struggle, LA Rams, aren't they? There's only probably those two of the main starters that are going into.
Because at the moment, if everyone was going to have the same contract they have this year, next year, they're already on -8 million.
Wow. Have you got the capping there? Have you?
No, I saw a tweet earlier.
Okay.
But they're probably going to have to extend Stafford and Cup.
Cup had a 3-year anyway, didn't it? He's on a 3-year, $40 million a year anyway. Cup was, and he only signed that last year.
Yeah, but I still think they're going to extend Cup.
You reckon they're Stafford? I don't know his contract details.
Well, I read something on NFL this morning saying they want to extend Stafford this offseason.
It may be a case of they do what Brady did, try and reword his contract to make more cap space. Does I mean?
Let me see if I can find the article on NFL.
I would do if I was LA. That's what I would do. I would go right. Okay, we're going to have you for an extra 2 years. Let's spread that money out. I mean, he's a genuinely really nice guy. He's You know, him and his wife are really nice couple. It's shown on their goodbye video from Detroit. It just shows how lovely people they are.
I'd just like
Really
to say
nice.
congratulations to the Ram that got engaged on the field last night too.
Tyler Rapp,
Yeah,
and he's had a bit of nasty stuff on social media as well. What I've seen, like LA Ram fans saying, "Oh, she's only doing it for the money." She only said yes and stuff like that for the money. She said yes because he needs better coverage, and it's like, be happy for the guy. Don't say anything. Just shut up and get on with it. Ridiculous.
and obviously with the Rams winning the Super Bowl, it means that the next year's season is going to start at SoFi.
Yep. Who do you reckon is going to be against?
I don't know. I feel like Rams Bills could be a spicy first game matchup.
Oh, that would be a great game. Could they go for a divisional? Could they
I
go for
don't.
you boys?
That would be that would definitely. I think it would be Bills or the NFL's darlings, the Cowboys.
Oh God, everyone loves a cowboy. Oh, it's been a very, very good season.
It's been a hell of a season.
Um,
Because for once, there's not been like one team that are like way better than everyone else.
which makes a nice change.
Yeah.
Everyone gave each other a chance, which is always a nice thing to do. I think it is time to wrap it up, Mr. Hope, and I think it's been a brilliant season.
Yes.
A really good Super Bowl to end it.
And of course, we need to mention that this is our last Monday show until the season starts up again in September.
Yeah, it will be. We might, maybe August. Depends on free agent.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends. We'll discuss that nearer down the line.
We'll be back. We'll be
It's
back to
February.
one. But definitely for the foreseeable, we'll be back to one show a week on a Thursday night, 8:30.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks we have got our mock drafts coming up, so that's all three of us. Feel free to pick the bones out of them people, and then we'll have our free agency teams.
And I don't think we've made a decision on which draft prospect we're looking at this week, or did we decide on Pickett?
I haven't decided yet either. I haven't thought. I was thinking James Williams, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a bit, and we'll go from there. It will be an offensive player.
Yeah, I think we've done defense for the past 2 weeks, haven't we? With Sauce and
yes,
Sauce and whoever we did last week.
The
Oregon guy.
Yeah, Thibodeau, or whatever his name is.
The guy that's going three in my draft. Three in my draft.
Have I gone 3 or 4?
I think you said 4.
Yeah, I'll go with 4. Mr. Hope, it's been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in with the show, and we will see you back on Thursday. And stay safe, all.